Hello guys, from my hotel room at London Heathrow Terminal 4. I'm filming this introduction tonight because tomorrow I'm going to be far too tired. The reason being I'm flying off to Gibraltar and the flight is at 20 past 9 in the morning. Of course, checking up is earlier than that, and I'm going to have to get myself over to Terminal 3 because the Premier Inn at Heathrow Terminal 2 and 3, it's not accessible for foot passengers. So if you're travelling on foot, don't book that hotel, come to Terminal 4. I mean, there's a hotel at Terminal 5, but this one I've seen on other YouTubers' videos and I absolutely love it already. Reason being, if it's chucking down with rain, you can get from the terminal to the hotel dry as anything because it's all undercover. And there's also other hotels as well. There's Crown Plaza, there's Hilton, and there's Holiday Inn Express. There's also, if you're staying here and travelling from Terminal 2, 3 or 5, there's also the option of a free transfer. And I've just got this ticket. It's a lovely souvenir because I have an Oyster card. And even if you've got an Oyster card or a contactless payment card, you can still get to the terminal from here or any other terminal within Heathrow area, plus Hatton Cross, and you can get there free of charge. Now, the free transfer ticket is not valid on services to Paddington, and it's not valid on the London Underground, so it's only valid on the Elizabeth line and Heathrow Express. Of course, if you want to utilise the Underground, like I said, you can utilise your contactless payment card or your Oyster card. Or if you just want one of these tickets as a souvenir, like I have, then you can pick one up for free at the machine, and if I remember, I'll show you how to do it tomorrow. Until then, that bed behind me looks very enticing. So I'm going to get a good night's sleep tonight, I hope. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Morning guys, I've just checked out of the hotel room, and because I was on the second floor, the lovely receptionist said that I could leave the key in the room just to save me having to go back down with it. So that was nice. It's worth noting that the reception is on the first floor, not the second, and Terminal 4 comes out on the second. So this long passageway that I'm walking down right now is that covered walkway that I said about yesterday. It's about 5:30. I didn't get much sleep last night. Nothing against Premier Inn at all. I love staying at the hotel, or shall I say with the hotel chain. But I have a bit of a bad back at the moment. And that was before I had to start looking my heavy backpack around with me. It's one of those dilemmas, do I take my backpack or not? But I thought, well, I could take my backpack, because today I was visited from the last trip over to the Netherlands. And obviously I'll have editing to do from last week's video, the week before's video, and the videos in Gibraltar. I do like to keep on top of my editing. So I thought, yeah, I'll take it, because otherwise I'm just going to regret not taking it. So if I'm a bit tired at some point, either today or in the next video, let me off. I do know what's caused the bad back, so it's nothing that I'm concerned about. So I'll show you a bit of this covered walkway. But this is the Premier Inn walkway. And then you've got down here, I think. It's all pretty much signed towards Terminal 4, but I have to cut across to Terminal 3. I've already mapped out which train I'm going to get as well. So I'm going to be getting the Piccadilly line, which has a separate gate line to the Elizabeth line and the Heathrow Connect. Premier and the Hilton are the furthest hotels away. So down there you've got your Holiday Inn Express and your Crown Plaza, I believe. Yeah, I'll just check that sign behind me. But they are very well signed. Still pretty dark out at the moment. Approaching the terminal building now, and don't worry, I haven't forgotten about showing you the free ticket machine. So come up if the walkway goes to the lifts here. And I'm wanting -1. Arrivals are on the ground floor, departures are on the second, and trains are -1. It does say there about the free transfers as well. I forgot about that. It does come out the opposite end. I think I'm going the right way. I got the Elizabeth line in yesterday, so I don't really know where the pick is. Not here, that's for sure. Well, this is the machine that I was on about. So that one's out of service. But you just tap and pick up. Right. Give me a chance to try and find the pick. Okay, so I just had to ask the guy where the Piccadilly line is. You can get the Elizabeth lines to Terminals 2 and 3, but it turns out that the underground is on the ground floor, from what I could understand. Yeah, Mum. Yeah, Mum. I know you want to. No. Try this lift. Lifts don't seem to want to play ball with me today. That's it. Yes, I couldn't really understand him. But he said back up. That's all I picked up, so I think it's on 0. It's not very well signed though. Let's have a little look. Right, so this is the ground floor. Yeah, it's a bit bad on signage because it does say there about the underground being on this level, but it doesn't say that in the lift. So that's worth noting. Yes, that's better signage. But yeah, like I say, if you're coming from the hotels, cut across the departure lounge, if you want to call it that, then down to -1, which is weird. I thought it would have been easier. Actually, it would have been easier if they had a connection on -1 from the Elizabeth line to pick. Might just be worth seeing if the next train is the Elizabeth line train or Piccadilly line train. You can do that via TfL's website. Well, it's a good job I left my hotel room early, just to allow time to find this place. But the next train's not for another 6 minutes. Though I think they do come in early, stay here for a bit and then depart. So it might even come in earlier. And you can tell there's a train coming when you can hear a gust of wind. It's worth noting that there's only one platform here. If you want to get to Terminal 5, then you need to change at Terminals 2 and 3. When you get off the underground there, it does separate. So you've got Terminal 3 at the other end, so behind me. That goes towards Terminal 3. And then you've got Terminal 2 in front, being there. And it is the Queen's Terminal, that's its name. So, don't know when I'm going to be able to film again because I'm still getting used to filming in public places. Might be the other side of departures. My check-in doesn't open till about 7, I think. I don't know. It was confusing. For someone who's not used to flying, I wanted to get here early. It's nothing worse than being late. But I've got no bags to check in, so I'm just going to head straight to security and then try and find some breakfast. That's number one priority this morning, try and find breakfast. Because I'm starving. Is my flight on there? British Airways. So Elizabeth, Terminal 3 and the Elizabeth line. The Heathrow Express also goes from down here as well. I would like to say it's just the underground being difficult, but at least if you've got a connection from Terminal 2 or 3 and you get in from the other terminal, being 2 or 3, your connection is not going to be that hard. Obviously with Terminal 4 and 5, not to have delays and anything. This area is called Heathrow Central for some reason. So we're in Terminal 3, it splits off between arrivals and departures. Arrivals are down there. But I'm not arriving yet. I'm departing. I'm a useless travelator. After all that. Right. See you at the other side. So I've been in departures for a while now. When I say well, I don't mean 2 hours. That's how long I've got here. Security, not a problem. That was actually my main concern, security queues there, but that wasn't too bad at all. Plenty of people on, though I did get pulled up. And the reason why I got pulled up was because of my deodorant stick. So if your deodorant stick is bigger than, I think it's like 500 ml, no, it's not 500 ml. And then I had a 500 ml bottle of Coke, which also got pulled up. Now, you are allowed 500 ml bottles at some airports, but not all. This airport is one of the airports that you are allowed a 500 ml bottle. And because it was liquid, it did get pulled up. So, yeah, fun and games. But it wasn't too bad, it's just a case of getting it screened, extra screening, which wasn't too painful. And I had to go back to the toilet and put all my piercings back in. Now, anyone in the aviation industry, can you please let me know in the comments if I can keep my piercings in moving forward, or if I've got to keep taking them out because they are metal. That is one of the things that I don't quite know. Don't quite know if you've got to keep them in or not. It's a little bit of a grey area. What I don't want to do is keep them in and then get pulled up by the metal detector. So yeah, a little bit of clearance on that would be good. But it is 7 o'clock, or near enough 7 o'clock. There's not much at this terminal in terms of shops that are affordable. That is, I mean, airports are expensive anyway. I went to Smith's to get breakfast, and the meal deal was £6.99. It's airport prices, so I'll let them off. But the rest of it's like, you know, higher-end brands. So it's just going to be a case of sitting around and waiting until the date is announced at 8:40. Now, gates in this terminal are quite few and far between, so do allow yourself time to get there. Like I said earlier, the underground entrance was outside, and it is dry at the moment. I think this country is meant to get dry, and where I'm going, it's meant to be raining. We've actually the Netherlands trip too well. But yeah, I'll try and find something to do to kill some time. Even if it's just window shopping on things I can't afford. But I'll see you at some point. So I'm just boarding the aircraft. I was pretty much one of the first ones on. So the supposed to get first option to get off. Boarded from gate 24, which is a remote gate, and we had to get a clutch transfer. So yeah, just wait for takeoff now. And I'm still pretty nervous. Quick overview of the seat. We've got fold down table, literature, seat pocket. I've got my phone in there at the moment because I didn't really know where else to put it. My clutter's in the overhead locker, and I've got my bags down there as well. Gate 24 is a long walk, so if you do get this side gate 24, go straight to the gate. Then you won't be cut short. Sit 23F, and we shall see what happens.
So where the local time is just approaching 20 past 1 in the afternoon. Please remain seated with your seatbelt securely fastened and seatbelt signs have been switched off. When it is safe to do so, please take care when opening the overhead lockers, as items may get moved could fall out and cause injury. You may now make and receive calls as well as use all data services on your handheld electronic devices. And before you leave us today, please check that you have all your personal belongings, including anything you may have placed into the area during the flight. If you do require any assistance here at your onset, please do speak to any of our ground colleagues who will be happy to help. And for those customers who have wanted assistance to leave the aircraft today, we'd ask you to remain seated until the line around you is clear, and the crew will then be on hand to assist you. On behalf of all of us on board at British Airways, I would like to thank you for choosing to fly with us today, and we very much look forward to seeing you again very soon. Thank you, and a very good day to you.
Hey guys, so I'm now in my hotel room, which was a little hard to find, but I found it. And I had to cross the airway, if you call it that, to get there. So you literally can't go wrong with this. You come out the airport, if you look right, that is Spain. You can't go anywhere, unless you want to try. But if you go left, you go straight ahead, then you get to the airway, and past that is Gibraltar. As you've probably witnessed with me, that landing was a little scary. I think Gibraltar's runway is very small. Apparently, because I was having a conversation with the guy 2 seats to my left, and he says that there's only a few pilots that can do that landing. So it's obviously not the easiest, but then that says on the way back, if it is a short runway, it'll be a quick takeoff as well. I don't mind a quick takeoff, I do mind a quick landing. So I'm just trying to cool off a bit. I've only just managed to get the aircon to work. Took a little bit of figuring out, and I've got the window open, hence why it is so noisy. But I don't know if it's because I'm a member, like I said in the Holiday Inn review when I was over in Rotterdam, but I have a view of the rock. Now, I did take a photograph of it from the airside. There was quite a few people doing that. It was windy, but said rock from my hotel room, second floor, looks a bit like this. Bad. Little rocky, but not bad. Or should I say big rocky? So now I found the rock, I have to find paper and scissors. But yeah, I'll cool off, get unpacked, and I'll go explore. Or at least I'll try and explore before the rain starts. Fingers crossed it'll hold off though. Of course, that'll be next week's video. Now I'm here, I'm hoping to get 2 videos out of this trip. Subject to the weather, of course. But I will see you on the next one. Bye for now.